Hi guys, welcome back to Cooking Semi-Homemade with Joyce. My name is Shirley and I'll be sharing a recipe with you today. I'm Joyce's sister, by the way. Today I'm going to be making a coconut macaroon, like fully loaded but not fully loaded with sugar. I'm going to be using unsweetened coconut flake because I feel like when they use the sweetened one, it just be too sweet. When you add condensed milk to it, that just be too sweet for me. So I'm going to try to make them without the sweetened coconut and see, is the condensed milk enough sugar for it? So as Joyce always say, let's get started. And today's recipe is 5 things I'm going to be using, I think. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 7-ounce bag of the unsweetened coconut flakes. And I think the 7-ounce bag is the same as the 14 because they are heavier because they have sugar on them. I'm using this chocolate, milk chocolate chips. That's what I'm adding. So they're fully loaded. That's 1 cup. I didn't put too much. But I'm going to look to see, is it look like it's enough for me? Because she over here just like, this is what she think it needs. And then I want to add a cup of walnuts, and I think you can use any nut that you want, like pecan or peanuts, almond, any nut you want. But I want to add walnut. Walnut is my favorite nut. I'm also going to add, I think I want this little sweet tart in it. This is dried cranberry, but it's only a half a cup. And it's the holidays coming up. Let's throw in a little cranberry. And now we're going to add a 14-ounce can of condensed milk. And you know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to taste a little bit before I start putting it in the oven, you know, scooping it up to see, is it sweet enough? Because I like macaroons, but they coconut macaroons, but they just be too sweet to me. Like it's just too sweet. It's just too sweet. So I'm gonna mix this together. I was wondering like how it's gonna come together because you know those unsweetened coconut is sort of like wet to me, like a little, they ain't wet, but they're not like dry coconut. And somebody might be saying, if you're not using the sweet coconut, then you're not making macaron. Well, that's what I want to call it. Oh, this is a workout. Whew. Just 1 second. I'm doing laundry too. Hopefully that helped with the background sound. You have to make sure it's mixed well. So I'm trying not to leave some of the milk on the bottom. And I'm testing my sister because she always say, I can tell when you use condensed milk in something, like I can taste the condensed milk taste. And I didn't want to make this much of them, but it seemed like it's gonna be a lot. I think it's gonna be sweet enough. Let me get a little something to taste this with. But I want to do the extra sugar, hold it together. So we'll see. I think that's enough sugar. I was gonna say, if it didn't taste sweet enough, I was gonna add some honey. But this is sweet enough to me. But if you're that person who loves sugar, then use the sweetened coconut. Okay, I'm bringing on a lime, parchment paper. They say parchment paper don't stick, but let's not take the chance. I hope they hold together. Because like I said, this is me, my version. And I was like, I want to put almonds in it. I want to put cranberries in it. So it's a loaded macaroon. I think this is a 2-inch. Hold together now when y'all cook. You know what I want to start? I'm going to ask my sister to do. Just do a little series where she makes, ooh, I don't think I needed the little thing to kick it out. She make 2-serving dessert. That dessert is for 2 people or dessert for 1 person. Because what happened with us is we take it and share it. So I already had the oven preheated to 325. These gonna go in there for 20 to 25 minutes. Because everything is already pretty much cooked to me. There's no eggs in it, so we're gonna put it in there. Sugar on my finger. Sugar on my finger. We're gonna put it in there, and I think these are still gonna be pretty sweet. With the condensed milk. I never understand people add a can of condensed milk and put 2 and 3 cups of sugar. Or with this one, with the sweet coconut. That sweet coconut is really sweet. So we're gonna see how these turn out, and into the oven they go for 18 to 20 minutes, and I'll be right back with the word. So I'm gonna be coming from John 12 and 26. And Jesus says, whoever served me must follow me. So the question is, I'm gonna ask you today, are you a believer or are you a follower of Christ? Because there's a lot of people out there that say, I believe in Jesus and I believe, but they don't follow him. They don't believe and follow him. And it's going to take you believing and following him to get into heaven. You must be willing to follow if you want God to lead. And that means doing what his words say. Following what Jesus say. Following how Jesus lived. So what does it mean to follow Jesus? It means that wherever he is, that's where we'll be. Is he at the right hand of the Father? Then we who follow are seated there with him. Ask yourself this hard question about your discipleship. Are you a believer or a follower? In modern English, there's a difference. But in Jesus' vocabulary, Each of those words implies the other. To believe him means to serve him as he commands, and to serve means to follow. So you have to be a believer and a follower of his word. We have to be a believer and a follower of his word. There is no other way. Just believing and just saying that I'm a Christian is more than that. So that is the word of John 12:26. Whoever serve must follow me. That's why, like my sister say, I love him, I love him, I love him. In Jesus' name, amen. I want to clap and everything. I'll see you when the macaroons come out the oven. So guys, we're back and they're finished. I only left them in there 18 minutes. And then I'm gonna take them out. Now I'm taking them out. One was looking like it was getting a little too brown. So this is how they're looking. I'm gonna let them cool down and then I'll put the rest of them in the oven. And then we'll be back with the display and the taste test. Guys, we are back. And now it's time for the taste. My sister said you should pick the biggest one, but I can't. I'm gonna pick a small one. And the cook time may vary with if you're making them small or if you're making them big. So anyway, between 18 and 22 minutes. I never made it to 25 with the remainder ones I made, and the last batch I made was a little bigger. So let's try one. So it's this one. Not too small, not too big. Ooh, you know what kills? And it kills me. But I'm putting that piece down. It looked like so good. Heard that crunch. I like that crunch on. I know most macaroons coconut macaroons are not crispy. I just got a piece of the chocolate and the cranberry. And they pair so well together with this coconut. This will work perfectly at a Christmas gathering if you make the macaroon. And I cut up my cranberries a little small, but if you leave them big so you can see the pop of red in them, you can use green M&Ms and the red cranberry. It's so good. And another thing, if this was a normal macaroon that was made with the sweetened coconut, it would have been too sweet for me. I couldn't eat it. I usually pinch off one and eat it and that's it. But this, I can literally eat the whole thing. It's so good. And it's not too sweet. Now it's sweet, but not overly sweetened. But if you like the extra sugar, use it with a bag of the sweet coconut. I think it'll be good if you like it anyway. But this is divine. So good. I want to thank you for stopping by and watching our video. And we'll see you in the next one. Follow up.